The Secrets We Keep is directed by Yuval Adler. It stars Noomi Rapace, Chris Messina and Joel Kinnaman. The action thriller is in cinemas right now, unless like me, you're in Victoria and locked down. Fortunately, the studio sent through a screener so I was able to see it and provide you with this here review. So the movie centers around a family with Marja, played by Noomi Rapace, and Lewis, played by Chris Messina. Together the couple live in small town America. One random day, Marja sees and hears a man whistling, follows him, and starts to uncover some really tragic events from her past. Enter Joel Kinnaman, who plays Thomas, who basically Marja thinks was a soldier at war who abused her and left her and her sister alone for dead. What really works here are the characters. So Messina and Rapace are amazing in these lead roles. They really are believable as a family and as a couple, and they really do a great job of selling the premise of the film. It is not really new ground though. We've definitely seen this story before, several times, and possibly a little bit better. What I did enjoy were the performances, and the cinematography is gorgeous. There's some really good one-shots and a couple of times where the cameras will follow a character around and sometimes just slips into that kind of indie kind of photography, and it really helps sell this as like a homemade house, bound film, which actually really worked for this. What I didn't like was the length. It was a little bit too long. It took a bit too long to get to the point, and by the time you did get to the point, you were a bit like, this movie's already gone on for too long, I don't really care anymore. Usually you know that I'm not a fan of child actors. What did work in this film were the child actors. They were all amazing. They didn't have a lot to do. They're mainly just kids playing with each other on the playground, at home, being moody, and that worked. Being suspicious of what's going on, and they were great. But really, hats off to Chris Messina. He did a fantastic job in this film. Noomi Rapace was intense. She was fierce, she was fiery, and she was definitely sold as a victim that this movie wants to portray. Music-wise, there wasn't really any music that I can think of apart from the score. The score was very, average. It's not memorable. You're not going to remember it the next day. There weren't really any special effects, as this is definitely a action, less on the action, more on the thriller slashery spy side. So definitely don't need to worry about any of that. So The Secrets We Keep is definitely worth watching, especially in this movie drought where we've just had nothing. So it was good to for me to go back into my screening room at home and sit down and watch a movie that I could sit through, that wasn't an indie darling. Even though I've loved watching them, I was definitely in the need of some more mainstream cinema. So that was really good to see. I did enjoy it. I did give it 4 stars because it wasn't terrible. It doesn't get 5 stars because it wasn't perfect, but it's definitely worth watching, especially now that we know that Disney have pulled all their movies for the rest of the freaking year. So if you are thinking about heading out to the movies and you live in a state where you can see a movie, this is definitely one to watch. The Secrets We Keep gets 4 stars out of 5. I'm Lethal, and I will see you all on the next video.